Have you been hearing this word autoimmune disorders? This is something which has become very common. In my last 23 years of practice, I would say that initially for 15 years, I hardly had anybody who would have an autoimmune disorder. But now lately, last 5 years, we have so many people with different type of autoimmune. So autoimmune बहुत तरह के होते हैं, like Hashimoto is autoimmune, or lupus, irritable bowel, psoriasis. There are so many of them. And unfortunately, we are seeing that the number of cases are really increasing nowadays. Now, first of all, when I talk about autoimmune, very few percentage of people have autoimmune issues because of some health conditions, as in unka organs are not functioning well or there is some other problem. But mainly the autoimmune, what I am seeing, my personal experience with my case studies, what I have seen is because of stress, right? Because stress level, multitasking, not taking time for yourself, not eating right, erratic eating, not sleeping well has actually aggravated small things like thyroid. But thyroid aaya because there's an adrenal fatigue in the body, and your body is not functioning properly. And thyroid ke baad, because thyroid has been ignored and you're just taking medication, plus the stress levels you have not corrected them, you don't know how to, you don't know how to manage it well, and that's how it gets into Hashimoto. So is tarah se we see so many people who come to us where they started at a very minor stage because of the stress, बहुत subclinical level पे थे, but then they went into because they are progressive, because these things if not taken care are progressive, right? तो उसकी वजह से उनको ये प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड से जिनको नहीं है ऑटोइम्यून डिसऑर्डर, पहले तो आप अपना ध्यान रखो. इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू टू टेक केयर ऑफ योर सेल्फ. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट इट्स गुड टू बी एम्बिशियस. इट इज गुड टू बी having a lot of expectations, whether it's work or relationship or anything, but also see what is practical and what is possible, because if you slow down a little bit, your system will definitely be more happier. Two is all those who have autoimmune disorder. You have to understand अगर autoimmune disorder है तो सबसे पहले तो आपका जो gut है ना, that is kind of not functioning well. So it could be a leaky gut, your body is not absorbing nutrient, there could be low stomach acid. So you will have to see that how you have to work on anti-inflammatory diet, you have to work on your stomach acid, you have to also see that how you have to work on your stress levels, you have to start seeing that you have to sleep well, you have to do a lot of breathing exercises. It's a constant effort which you have to put, because if you do not put this effort, उसके साथ क्या होगा, you may start getting fibromyalgia जैसे आप pains, like pains and aches in your body, lot of knots. People say that I have knots in my body, or there'll be sciatica, there'll be muscle weakness, there'll be nerve weakness, there'll be bloating, there'll be disturbed sleep. और इन सब का इलाज ना कुछ नहीं है, because if you go to the doctors, they also they are limited with their with the kind of medication they can give you. They can probably put you on an anti-anxiety, they can put you on a medication which is a steroid which will take care of your pain, some anti-inflammatory medication, maybe an antacid. But finally the core is that you will have to treat yourself, right? So you will have to treat yourself with right kind of lifestyle, right kind of expectations in life, right kind of food, because you also have to see that if you're socializing, binge drinking, having a lot of alcohol, not working on your sleep, so you will have to start working on your nutrition, on your lifestyle, on your sleep, on your breathing, on your expectations of life. Because most of the cases when I see people who have an autoimmune are people who are trying to make everything perfect, okay, or are very sensitive in nature. They just get affected too easily, are somebody who's not expressing themselves or don't have their good social circle. It is a very, they may have a lot of friends, but it's a very pressurizing social circle. They are not themselves with those kind of people. So work on these things, because if you work on these things, you will not get into any of these issues what I just mentioned, like multiple sclerosis, arthritis, psoriasis, Hashimoto, and all that stuff, right? So autoimmune is something where your body is fighting against your own cells, because it is seeing that you are the enemy to your body. So basically आप उनका ध्यान नहीं, बॉडी का ध्यान नहीं रखते हो, तो वो आपके साथ ही दुश्मनी करके बैठ जाता है, which we don't want to do, right? So autoimmune can be corrected. First of all, let's not get into autoimmune issues, but all those who have got into it, you need to start working on yourself. You have to prioritize yourself and start working on it, and it has to have a holistic approach. You can't just गिव अवे ग्लूटेन और गिव अप डेयरी एंड से कि मैं ठीक हो जाऊंगी, दैट कुड जस्ट रिलीव यू फॉर सम टाइम, बट यू दैट इज जस्ट सिम्टोमेटिकली थोड़ी देर रिलीव करेगा, राइट, बिकॉज वो ट्रिगर नहीं हो रहा फर्दर, बट कोर इशू को तो ट्रीट करना पड़ेगा।